Hi, I'm John Campbell, and I'm listening. Healing after narcissistic abuse. You are not alone. This video is for anyone who has ever been confused, heartbroken, and emotionally tormented in a narcissistic relationship. Whether you're still in it, just getting out, or trying to rebuild yourself after the chaos, this message is for you. You are not alone. Unbelievably, narcissistic people show disproportionately high levels of lack in self-awareness. They hurt others and show little to no remorse or empathy. However, having established this, one of the positives that one can take from the experience is that this breakdown also serves to reveal emotional and thought patterns within ourselves that need adjustment. And as long as we ignore this fact, we will stay prone to being caught up in such relationships. You need to understand that not everyone is capable of love. That's a painful truth. It's a truth that we find hard to accept. We want to believe that everyone who says they love us actually knows how to love. But narcissistic individuals often don't. Not in the way that builds connection, safety, or truth. They lack empathy, self-awareness, and remorse. They hurt others, it's often repeatedly, and they rarely, if ever, take responsibility. But here's something just as important. Sometimes being broken by a narcissist also reveals the deeper emotional wounds within us that need healing. Thought and behavioral patterns that never really served us, beliefs we learned, boundaries we never set. Resist being too hard on yourself. How could you have known what you didn't know, but your opportunity to heal is here now? Why is it so hard to cope or to walk away from them? Because narcissistic abuse isn't just emotional neglect, it's psychological warfare. It was never just about winning. They want to destroy. You were likely made to doubt yourself, your memory, your worth, your instincts. One day you were adored, the next you were invisible. But you held on in the desperate hope that they would possibly return to the once intensely passionate person that they flaunted by you. You may find yourself wondering, do they miss me? Do they even realize how much they hurt me? And the most heartbreaking truth? They don't. They won't. Here's why it feels almost impossible to move on. Gaslighting made you question your reality. Silent treatments made you feel unworthy. Love bombing, followed by sudden withdrawal, gave you false hope. Criticism, blame shifting, and control made you feel small, made you feel worthless. And over time, your sense of self, your clarity, your voice, all got chipped away. You weren't weak, you were conditioned, you were manipulated. Trained to seek their approval, trained to keep the peace, trained to believe their version of reality over your own. The negative emotional impact was huge. But let me tell you something that may be hard to believe right now. Once you step away from this relationship, you are already healing. Your capacity to feel this pain is also proof of your capacity to love and feel love again. Real love this time. Healing takes time, but it's possible, and you will. Start slowly. Name what happened. This was abuse, psychological torment. But own it. Reclaim your voice. Your thoughts and feelings matter. Set boundaries. You're allowed to protect your peace. Reconnect with safe people. Let them remind you of who you really are. Be kind to yourself. You are not the cruel words they spoke over you. It was their own projections. Learn the patterns. Make sure so you never fall into this trap again. And maybe hardest of all, let go of the long-held false belief and fantasy that they'll change. Never look back because that's where they will be, and that is where they will always be. You may feel like you've lost so much, but what you're gaining is everything. What you've learned is priceless. You have earned your freedom, your clarity, your inner strength. You weren't too sensitive. You weren't hard to love. You weren't the problem. You were hurt by someone who didn't know how to love someone who themselves never knew love, and yet are still capable of loving. Heal now. Build a beautiful life with people who see you and don't expect you to minimize yourself. A few days ago, I spent some time thinking about this personality type, and I would like to share with you the thought that stuck in my mind. Dishonesty is a hallmark feature of narcissism. That being said, the foundation of any relationship is founded on trust. So, by definition, it is impossible to have a secure and rewarding relationship with a narcissist. Without trust, there is no real bond. There is only control. Love is how we started out, and love is where we're meant to return. I see your pain, I honor your journey, and I promise healing is absolutely possible when the desire is sincere.